All right, guys, so I've been warning you for a while now. They are coming for Social Security. Trump is coming for Social Security. Elon's coming for Social Security. The Republicans in Congress are coming for Social Security. They're all in agreement. We got to go after Social Security, right? It's one of the last remaining amazing government programs that is wildly successful. It took the number of seniors we have living in poverty from over 30% to 10%. Like, it's a massive political third rail. Like, if you touch it, you get cooked in the next election. That's how it works. But they're trying these clever little tricks to cut it. So they're going to cut it and tell you, no, I'm not pissing on you. It's raining. What are you talking about? Okay. So let me walk you through this. First of all, DOGE and Elon Musk. Yet again, they illegally hacked another government agency. This time it's Social Security that they hacked into. So look at this. This is from... first, it's Mediaite. The title is Social Security Commissioner reportedly ousted after denying Elon Musk access to sensitive files. So yet again, you have another career apolitical bureaucrat, like the experts who actually do the hard work of government, dot the I's, cross the T's, do everything that has to be done. They said when Elon came in and his pilled up Groyper 19-year-olds came in and they demanded access to Social Security, she went, I'm not giving you access. No, that's wildly illegal. That's totally unconstitutional. I'm going to have nothing to do with this whatsoever. I'm blocking you from doing it. Well, then the pressure came down on her and she was forced to resign. This is exactly what happened at the Treasury Department, where David LeBrick, another career bureaucrat, apolitical guy, does all the hard work. He was the acting secretary. He goes, well, I'm not letting you in. That's not happening. So fuck off. And then they put the pressure on him. Boom. He has to resign. Then you have all of the DOGE hackers illegally messing around in the back of the Treasury, getting all of our sensitive information, all of our bank information, etc., right? And then here we go again. Totally illegal, totally unconstitutional. Every court in America would say you can't do that. Get the fuck out of there. They're in there. So here's some specifics on it. The Social Security Administration's acting commissioner has stepped down from her role at the agency over Department of Government Efficiency requests to access Social Security recipient information. According to two people familiar with the official's departure who were not authorized to discuss the matter publicly, Acting Commissioner Michelle King's departure from the agency over the weekend after more than 30 years of service was initiated after King refused to provide DOGE staffers in the SSA with access to sensitive information, the people said Monday. Okay, so again, wildly illegal, wildly unconstitutional. They've now set their sights on Social Security. By the way, it's very strange how Elon and his DOGE sycophants, what did they do? They hacked the NIH and cut cancer research for kids, massive cuts to the NIH. They hacked USAID, got rid of every single soft power move that the U.S. had, like funding HIV medicine, for example, for kids overseas. Gutted that entire agency. They're destroying the Department of Education. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the anti-scam police, destroyed that. Now they're going into Social Security. Very strange how they've done all of these different agencies, again, totally illegally, but they haven't touched the Pentagon yet. You keep hearing like whispers, I think they're doing the Pentagon now. They haven't done it yet. Weird, why? Because the reality is this. They will not cut Pentagon spending at all. And to the extent that they maybe do a tiny bit, the move will be cut off money to, say, Raytheon and Boeing and give those same contracts, those multi-billion-dollar contracts, give them to the tech broligarchs who Elon is friends with, right? Peter Thiel and Mark Andreessen and Elon Musk and all these tech broligarchs, they want that gravy train coming to them. Elon already got a new $400 million contract to do armored Teslas. He got $20 billion for his other companies in government subsidies, corporate welfare, taxpayer money. So maybe they do a little virtue signal 3% cut, again, illegally, in Pentagon spending, but that money is just going to be redirected from Raytheon and Boeing into the pockets of the tech broligarchs so they can get the contracts and they can make the weapons of the future, like AI stuff and drones, for example. That's what's going to happen. And as I said, if it's such a priority, why have you not fucking done that yet? But you've cut cancer research for kids. You've cut the anti-scam police. This guy's a criminal. This guy's a fucking criminal. He needs to be locked up. All right, but I'm just getting started. So they're going after Social Security. Okay. So you have to come up with some story, right? You have to come up with some cover story to lie to the American public to make it seem like, no, it's cool. Don't worry. Everything's good. Don't worry. Don't look over here. Everything's fine, right? So Elon Musk has now been spreading this lie for about a week. The lie is, man, me and my genius team, we realized, looking at the Social Security code, that there's a lot of 150-year-olds getting Social Security. People 150 years old getting Social Security. Obviously, this is fraudulent. Obviously, this is nonsense. Obviously, the majority of people who are over the age of 100 still getting Social Security. That's like not real. So you guys, he literally argued that like about half of the Social Security money being spent is fraudulent. Okay. If you believe that, you're a fucking moron. But if I'm being honest with you, I don't think he believes it. I think he knows he's lying. Okay? All right, ready? So Trump comes out. Oh, God. Trump comes out and repeats Elon's lie, which is an indication he's going to greenlight. Yeah, go ahead. You guys want to slash around in the back of Social Security and cut whatever you want to cut? Go right ahead. I'll just tell the world we're getting rid of waste, fraud, and abuse, and so it's fine. Even though it's not waste, it's not fraud, it's not abuse. They are lying about the facts. Okay, here we go. Listen to what he says.
But when I saw the Social Security numbers, I said, wow, that's really something. So let's just go above 100 years old. We have millions and millions of people over 100 years old. Everybody knows that's not so. We have a very corrupt country, and it's a sad thing to say, but we're figuring it out. Now, the good thing about Social Security and what I read is if you take all of those numbers off, because they're obviously fraudulent or incompetent, but if you take all of those millions of people off Social Security, all of a sudden we have a very powerful Social Security with people that are 80 and 70 and 90, but not 200 years old. So it's a very positive thing. How about over here? Yeah.
So he goes out there and repeats Elon's lie. Now, I don't know. Maybe he's dumb enough to believe it when Elon tells him, but Elon, I'm convinced, is lying. Elon knows it's not true that there are 150-year-olds getting Social Security. Okay, so let's dive into this a little more. The lie is now being spread far and wide, y'all. So here we go. President Trump has directed Elon Musk and the DOGE team to identify fraud at the Social Security Administration. They've not dug into the books, but they suspect there are tens of millions of deceased people who are receiving fraudulent Social Security payments. So now all these idiots are spreading the lie. What's the reality? Here we go. Wired says, no, 150-year-olds aren't collecting Social Security benefits. Elon Musk claims to have found rampant fraud in the Social Security Administration. There's a much simpler explanation. They explain these systems default to the reference point when a birth date is missing or incomplete, meaning all of those entries in 2025 would show an age of 150. That's just one possible explanation for what DOGE allegedly found. Musk could also have simply looked up the SSA's own website, which explains that since September 2015, the agency has automatically stopped benefit payments when anyone reaches the age of 115. However, on Monday morning, Musk doubled down, posting a screenshot of what he claims were figures from the Social Security database to X, writing that the numbers of people in each bucket with the death field set to false. Okay, we actually know. We know the exact fraud rate in Social Security because there's the inspectors general, which actually their job is to look for waste, fraud, and abuse, and Congress gave them that authority, unlike DOGE. And there's the Government Accountability Office. So we have real numbers. So from an inspector general audit from 2015 to 2022, Social Security sent out $71.8 billion in improper payments, most of which were overpayments. Out of $8.6 trillion in benefits, that's an error rate of 0.84%. 0.84%. So the thing that he's reading where he thinks, oh, bro, they're getting Social Security up until into that insane age, bro. They're 170 years old, bro. It's literally like when you code it, there's a default that you set it to, right? And that was the default that they set it to. Somebody made the claim, I don't know if this is true, but they say for Twitter, there's a default setting for like 1969. Like as somebody who in theory knows coding should understand that, but he doesn't. The other thing is like some of the data is kept at the state level, some of it at the federal level. And so like at the state level, they know all the birth years of all these people. At the federal level, it's not in the actual spreadsheet. It's not among the information. But that doesn't mean that, oh my God, we're sending out payments to 150-year-olds, and oh my God, there's tens of millions of people that are committing fraud. That's not true. As I said, 0.84% is the fraud rate for Social Security. Guys, again, I want to reiterate this. Trump might be dumb enough to believe this lie. Elon Musk is not dumb enough to believe that lie. I think Elon Musk knows he's lying. He knows he's lying. He's certainly been around somebody who knows, well, hold on, that's not true. In fact, to the extent anybody at the Social Security Administration is still there, if anybody on the DOGE team or Elon Musk himself said, why are we paying people who are over 150 years old? That person would tell them, we're not. You just don't understand the coding. We actually know the fraud rate is 0.84%, but I got one better for you. You ready for this? How did they see these numbers being abused? Looks like mostly to use as fake Social Security numbers to work and pay employment taxes. So there's a fraud issue to address, but does not appear to be one of sending fake Social Security payments. So in other words, the actual fraud that's being committed, again, 0.84% fraud rate for Social Security. So there are some overpayments going out, to be fair, right? But the actual fraud is that it's very likely illegal immigrants use someone else's Social Security number to pay in $8.5 billion into Social Security. And they never see that back. They never get that back. Every time you dig into these issues and you learn more about it, you will be fucking floored. You will be astonished at either how stupid these right-wingers are and MAGA is, or how much they lie. But if you dig into any of these issues, you find out very quickly, like, oh my God, they're just completely and utterly full of shit. And again, they're using this as the justification for Elon to go back there, start slashing payments left and right, just like he did. They defunded USAID, among many others, the NIH, the Department of Education. He's going to use this to start cutting off Social Security payments. And what the fuck do you think happens when they start cutting off people's Social Security? The backlash is going to be fucking tremendous. Social Security is a third rail. Medicare is a third rail. Medicaid is a third rail. And they're third rails for a fucking reason. We have a very, very meager social safety net in this country, and these programs are cherished. They are adored because it's the federal government actually helping people, cutting the senior poverty rate from over 30% to 10%. Right? Healthcare for old people, healthcare for low income and disabled people. You want to start hacking around and getting rid of that? And you think you're not going to spark a colossal backlash, the likes of which we haven't seen in a very long time, maybe ever? Good luck with that, bro. But of course, I don't mean that. I don't wish you good luck with that. Your ass should be in fucking jail for doing all these things illegally and unconstitutionally. And spreading the colossal amount of misinformation, disinformation, and malinformation these absolute freaks spread has a horrendous impact on the body politic. And it's interesting. I talked to my mom about like similar things here. And it's funny because she's all in on the, yeah, man, this guy, Trump is a wannabe dictator. He's a wannabe authoritarian. This is bad. This stuff he's doing is really, really bad. Talking about fucking taking Greenland and stealing Panama. Like, she's onto that, right? But then she'll be like, in the next thought will be like, yeah, well, they're going to go after the fraud in Social Security. No, Mom. No. The authoritarian dictator concern, that he's a psycho, he doesn't know what he's doing concern, or he knows what he's doing and is bad. That's also the case for this. That they're going to illegally hack around in Social Security, cut off payments, and cause a colossal backlash because people are not going to fucking stand for it. They're not going to fucking take it. But this is what happens when you get anarcho-capitalist, anti-government fundamentalists. They want to cut off anything positive the government does, period, right? But for them, give me all the money, give me all the corporate welfare, give me all the subsidies. That's what it is. So socialism for me, but not for thee. Well, again, man, this country's at a tipping point, and I can't see what the future holds, but I know one thing for sure. It is going to be really, really, really ugly if they follow through with what it looks like they're going to do here. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.